So that's it, guys, on how to put in the swivel seats in the van. And
we got one more thing.
Come on, I was wrapping up here. I like the idea of his and her vans. Should we do his and her vans?
Same here. It's perfect.
Which van do you want?
2023 all-wheel drive.
Wait, I didn't order the 2022 two-wheel drive.
I didn't either.
Who ordered it?
I don't know, somebody that canceled. So
I mean, look. We can just pull open, have the door right there, this door right here. I can just jump back and forth.
No, I'd park on the other side. So
I can probably we could even get closer. I can just step back and forth.
Yeah.
We could have meals out over there, and I could cook over here. That could be our rec room. This can be living space, sleeping space. Any thoughts? Should we keep both?
Nope.
No? All right, so today is the new day. We are working on putting the paneling in. We had ordered corrugated black plastic, like the white plastic that we are using in the modules themselves. So the project or the agenda is today for me to cut all those out and fit those in the paneling area, and Bob is going to do the swivel seats while I'm working on that. Maybe I'll come back here and take a nap in my rig. Just kidding. So let's get at it.
So under here is where you disconnect the wire for the airbag sensor on the seats. It just goes right in there, and I already have it off, but you want to do that obviously on both ones, because this needs to route through the middle of the swivel. This wire does. So once you do this for the first time, if you need to pull these seats, you need to get into your diesel heater or whatever, you do not need to pull this. This cable is long enough to lean those seats back. So but you need to pull that off there. I took off these bolts. There's 4 bolts on each front chair. And so I'm gonna, like I said before, I'm gonna lean these back, and then we will go ahead and put on the swivels, bolt those in, and then bolt the seat back on there. So fairly simple process. They have instructions, which I've done this before, but I will reread. So we'll get at it. They're fairly light without the swivels on. Once you put the swivels on, they're very heavy. But I mean, the next time it gets pulled off. But as you can see, they're fairly easy. So now I have these bases. If you order factory swivels, they put in smaller bases so you don't sit up as high, which I don't know if I like that or not. I like sitting up high, so it just depends. But they put in a little smaller base and then put the swivel on top of that. So next up, I will go ahead and grab swivels and put them on both, mount them in, chairs go back up. Pretty simple. Alright, so hopefully you can see, this is the actual swivel itself. It's very heavy. These are DOT approved, and so they're very nice, very safe. But what I'm going to do, hopefully I can position the camera here correctly for you, is we need to, and I'm not sure if the lighting is going to be any good here. Yeah, maybe it is. We need to put this here, the airbag sensor, through this hole. So this pushes in through here, because it swivels, of course, so you don't want that. It just comes on the other side. And then what we do is just lay this down, the right orientation, of course. Like that. Gotta get your fingers out of there. And there. So I'll show you from this angle. Probably see it a little better. All right, so this is on. So this hole here, because there's a passenger side and there's a driver's side, this hole should be orientated toward the center of the van. There's 4 bolts that go in. They send you 4 bolts. So those will go in first, and then the seat will go back on with these bolts. So this is the handle. Looks like it's bent, but it's probably not. It's probably how it's supposed to be, because it probably doesn't bend very easy. I guess it looks okay. Either that or I'll bend that back up. So that's it. So I'll do this side, and then I'll do that side there on the driver's side and bolt this in. So I'll show you in a second. All right, so this was actually bent on ours. I'm not sure why. It's still a little off, but it's bendable, so it's fine. Probably in the shipping. What you do is you lift this up so it can swivel, and then you use their bolts and you put those in. Now the only question is, I have to read, most likely these are the bolts from the seat, and these then are their new bolts up here. As far as, I'm sorry, the seat being the original bolts that were in here, most likely go here, and then their bolts go onto the seat. So I will do that now. It's fairly simple. They suggest to start with the rear one, and then this one, because this one is a longer egg-shaped, you can go ahead and get the bolt in either up there. So we'll give it a try. Okay, so I did the back ones first to get those lined up because that's the smaller hole. Now I'll go to the front, and I'm using the same bolts as came off the seat, which makes sense because that would match the threads. And see if you can see. Apologize if it doesn't, but there's it. And you kind of move it over. You don't want to tighten down the rear ones too tight, so you can get these in. Not really gripping. You just want to finger tight for sure so you don't strip these. This would be a problem for sure. Here, I'm gonna put the camera up so I can do it better. Alright, so to kind of move it around a little bit to get it started in that hole. I don't know if it is. I'll try this one. No, it's not in there, so back that one out. Try and start this one. They said to do the front or the back first, but not going. So loosen these up a little bit. All right, I'm not sure if you can see it, but that one started hand tightening. This one has to be adjusted over just a little bit. Do the same thing here. Alright, so that one started, so now I will do that on the other side, tighten these all down, and then I'll put the seats back on. So I'll show you that in a little bit. Okay, so maybe you can see better on this side. This is the driver's side. These bolts go in. I actually they said to start in the back. I found it easier to start in the front, otherwise I could not get those to line. So start over here. The other one was a little tricky. I had to be careful not to strip anything, but I have that one in there. This one, so again, you got to put this through for this the airbags, and there's one over there. And so once I get this on, I'll go ahead and grab the seats and put those on top and bolt those in. Both of them are in, so now I go ahead and put the seat on. I'm going to adjust these over straight. And all right, so this one was a little tricky here. It didn't quite fit, so what I did was I lifted this seat bar up so I could get this to go down straight, and now this will pull this down flush like it's supposed to be. But that was a little bit of a challenge on that one. The other ones went in finger tight, and then I will tighten them. You need a some sort of Allen wrench, big Allen wrench or torque. I think this is a unfortunately I don't know what this one is, but it's in the instructions, but didn't have it. But this is off of the Max Track, so it works fine. So anyway, I will finish up this one, get the other one on, and I'll show you the results. Pull this forward, pull it up a little bit. Yeah, it won't turn, but basically that's it. They are in there. It was easy doing both at the same time because you had your tools or whatever, but it didn't take long at all. And now they are swiveled. But yeah, like I said, the power station won't be here, so they'll swivel around just like on our 4x4 now.
Awesome.
So simple, easy. The hard part is really lining up the holes to the threads, and you got to be super careful because you cannot think I got it. It'll start rethreading those threads, and you'll strip it. And these are seats, so you don't want to be stripping any of those. Now if you do, you can get a tap and re-tap them, so, but you're gonna have to think with that. So be careful on doing it. Hand tighten everything. A few times though, I hand tightened and it got tight, and I kind of like, I think it's all good. You got to look at the angle, and I used the wrench just a little bit, not too hard, and they went in. So it's a little dicey there, but it went really smooth.
That's the take-home trick, huh?
Yep. So next up is I'm not sure. I gotta look at the list.
You're gonna sit in the other van and watch me cut out the rest of the panels.
Yeah, I was hoping
probably.
I could just swirl these around and watch it in
you
here.
You can. You just have to move the.
I gotta move the power station.
So that's it, guys, on how to put in the swivel seats in the van. And
I got one more thing.
Come on, I was wrapping up here. Make it fast.
So one more thing, and I kind of mentioned this before, I think, is these seats are going to be up about, I would say, 2 more inches or so from the normal seats. And I've seen people do this in a ProMaster, and they were like really tall, like, you know, where they couldn't see. These will not be, because when we have it in there, it's no problem. But these bases, like I said, are taller than they would be if they came from the factory with the swivels installed. So this will give you 2 more inches approximately. I actually love it. I love sitting up higher, so for me it's good. But just a word of warning. And I don't know how you switch out these bases, but there is some way. And I'm looking at ours over there, and they look, I guess they're the same. No, so the same bases, which I expected, but I'm looking at the front here and compared to the back. So anyway, a couple more inches up, so if you don't like that, that's going to be an issue. But I definitely... It's
great for me, even though I can't touch my feet on the floor. Good
for you, and I like being up higher.
Yeah.
So it'll be good.
Good for me when driving. Is that it now?
Yep, so far so good. We're making progress.
Okay, back to what I was saying. That's it for today's video on how to put the swivel seats in. Again, if you have any questions about, we may be able to help you out, but it's a really simple task, and we've done this several times now. We've done 2, 4, 6 seats in the Sprinter vans, so I would have to say we got it down. So alright guys, that's it, and we will see you on the next video. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, and loving all the comments that are coming in. Have a great day.